If you're working overtime, you should be able to complain about it, right?
That's correct.
Tell us why.
Well, if you're owed overtime and you complain and your employer was to fire you because you complained, that's actually against the law. And you can file a lawsuit against your employer and recover for your wages what you would have received had you not been illegally fired.
Right.
And get your attorney's fees paid for, sometimes double damages.
Yes. Now the Supreme Court has a new ruling. Tell us about this.
Oh, that's correct. The courts used to be split as to what consisted of a complaint, whether it needed to be in writing, whether it could be just kind of, hey, I didn't get those overtime hours I worked last Friday, that kind of complaint. But now the Supreme Court said, no, it doesn't have to be in writing. Even an off-the-cuff oral remark can be enough to bring a lawsuit, say I was illegally terminated for not being paid my overtime and then complaining about it.
Right. So how are you guys helping people who are dealing with this type of situation, who are working overtime and complaining?
Yeah, I mean, it can turn a very small overtime case. If someone has maybe 5 or 6 hours overtime they're owed, but if they're fired just because they say, hey, I'm owed this money, that can turn to a much larger case. And so, we're looking to people to help them not only recover money they're owed for overtime, but also if they were fired and lost their jobs. I mean, in this economy, it's hard to find a new job right now. So, they're going to be entitled to some future wages and things like that as well. So,
absolutely,
we're able to help them out with that.
Now, are there any exceptions to overtime?
There are, and a lot of people's employers will call them salaried, and there are certain exceptions which that's allowed for. If certain manager positions, certain outside sales positions, things like that. However, a lot of time employers will give you a salary, say, hey, you're not entitled to overtime, you're salaried. And that's not necessarily true. There's only certain specific exceptions for someone not receiving overtime. And it doesn't matter what your employer calls you, it matters how it fits under the law. So if you're being called salaried and you're working more than 40 hours a week, you might want to look into it to make sure that you're not entitled to get overtime.
Right. Well, you guys can really help us out. Thanks for your tips.
Oh, no problem. Glad to do it.